Yeah, sure. Hey, Coach. First year that's a single elimination tournament down there. I'm curious if that changes anything about your approach or changes anything at all.
Well, I mean, it definitely changes things. I mean, we're just fortunate we were in the top four, so we get to skip a couple rounds, get a couple days to catch our breath a little bit after, the 30 game SEC game. So, here we are. We play Friday. If we win, we'll go with our next pitcher, and it's kind of like a weekend series. But the other thing is you have a little bit of pressure because it's win or go home. But we had a good workout in, got to have the team all together, and we'll be ready to play tomorrow.
Are you going to be starting Zack Root tomorrow?
Yeah,
And is he going to be on any type of pitch count at all, or do you just let him go like a normal game?
probably more like a normal game. If he's good, he's good. Last time against Ole Miss, he wasn't good, didn't go good. He was wild, which we haven't seen really all year, and he'd given us really. I think I was thinking back on it, four good starts in a row, and we got down there and it kind of wasn't him. And um, yeah, hopefully he'll pitch a lot better against him this time.
Do you feel like there's a maybe some more motivation for him for that? With it being a game that he struggled with earlier in the year.
Probably a little bit. He knows that he didn't have his best stuff and didn't have his command and first SEC game and been pretty good after that though. So I would think personally with him personally, this would be a big start for him.
Christine, if you're there, go ahead.
Yeah, I just have one for you, Coach. With it being pretty clear now that you guys will be a top eight seed pretty safely, does that help you guys kind of play a little bit more loose here late and then going into the tournament?
I guess I would say yes. I mean, we're not feeling like we've got to win a game or two to get a top eight. We feel like that we've secured it, but at the same time, it's not going to keep us from trying to win any less. And it maybe you just play a little freer.
And Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, hey Dave. We're just kind of curious how you would plan to roll out the rest of the starting rotation.
Yeah, I'm curious too. So we'll let you know after we get by the first game. I'm not going to tell you. We just don't want to let. We don't know yet. I mean, honestly, Wood's going to pitch, so we're not planning on pitching tomorrow. But if we had to, there's a really good opportunity he's going to start game two. And then after that, I don't want to look that far down the road. Again, if we win the game, the first game, we get to play the second game, and it's not going good, we're going to pitch guys that need to pitch.
I guess would it be safe to say then Aiden could, instead of Aiden last week starting game two, they would be safe to say for him to come out of the bullpen then after.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Definitely all hands on deck, everybody's available.
And then I guess with Gabe Frazier, it's been another week in the recovery. Is he healthy enough to a starting capacity yet?
Yeah, he could have started last weekend. He's healthy. He's ready to go. But, we're going with the guys we've been going with, and he's in a utility role.
And then I guess I know you did it last year in the SEC tournament as well, but what's it like playing a team that you've already seen before? How's that maybe different if you didn't?
We know what their tendency. We know Ole Miss. I mean, they're one of our common opponents. So, I mean, we know all their players. We recruit against them all the time. We just seem to be on a lot of the same kids. So, a lot of familiarity, I guess, so to speak. And I'm sure they feel the same way about us. They really know what we're all about.
Hey, Dudley, go ahead.
Obviously, Villoy got the SEC Player of the Year. You had three others on the All Conference team. Just talk about the seasons they've had and how big that was for y'all as a team.
Yeah, first with the Eloy brothers. I mean, um, you know, just a just a pleasure to be around. Honestly, just great people, and said that many a time. Fun to coach. Um, just never seems like they're mad at each other. Times that brother and sister type quarrels. Don't see any of that. They've been great. And then, as far as just on the field, um, those guys come to play, and they take it seriously, but at the same time, they have a good time. And I know the players on the team really enjoy being around and having teammates. And for those guys to both make first team all conference in this league, it's pretty amazing. I think it's the first time ever that's happened. I may be wrong, but and then the other guys, I mean, Kojo making second team and Root making first team, and I think there's one more. Oh yeah, who?
Avalon.
Yeah, how do you forget that guy? Davalon's had a tremendous season. He's kind of our spark plug. That's a lot of players that first, second team. Really never had that before. I've had teams that have won the Western Division or come in second overall that haven't even maybe had an all conference guy except maybe a second teamer and a all freshman team or something. So this was one of those seasons where some guys really stepped up and played well and put up good numbers and deserved what they got.
Also, if Gage has his control and is ready to go, is he off pitch limit?
Yeah, he's not really on a pitch limit right now. I mean, obviously the pitch limit for most of our guys is around 100, but he could throw 80 probably. So I guess he's on a little one. We're going to keep an eye on him. Plus, now you're talking Friday, now you're Saturday. You want to, you look to next weekend, with Root, he could have the regular rest. He could get an extra day's rest, however you want to work it. And, Gage, we want to make sure he's got a full week to rest.
One last thing, Ryder certainly has, you knew he's going to be a great defensive catcher. Talk about how he's caught fire at bat right now, and it looks ready to go into the postseason.
Yeah, it's really confident, obviously, at the plate. He's powerful, taking good swings, laying off pitches better than he did earlier in the season. And I think that's been a big difference, big help for sure. And, he went out and had a really good summer in a good league, swinging a wood bat and hit close to 300 or right, or, maybe a little over, maybe a little under. I can't remember exactly, but he hit, double-digit homers and gained a lot of confidence there. And he's hit well in the fall, but the way he's swinging it now is the best he's swinging since he's been a Razorback.
Thanks.
Tom, go ahead.
Hey, Dave, I haven't seen this anywhere, but are you aware if they're going to start Riley Maddox, or do you know?
They are. They've announced it. Yeah, they
Okay.
just.
What do you think of him, his repertoire of pitches?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good right-handed pitcher. I can't give you too much detail. I need to go back and look at some stuff, and I'll watch video and look at the tendencies. Obviously, we have scouting reports on it. We just got back from practice and found out on the bus on the way back that he was pitching. So, I'll get some of that when I get upstairs. I'm going to say the wrong things, but competitive throw strikes, competes, and some good secondary pitches.
Where did you guys practice, by the way?
We practice at Hoover High School. They've got two fields that are almost side by side, a little weight room and a little indoor facility. They have a great setup for a high school. The field we worked out on is all turf. So plays pretty true. And yeah, we had a good workout, about an hour and a half.
It's always interesting to hear what everybody thinks about what teams need to win, how many games and all, and their situation is set. But it seems to me your approach has always been go down there and win. Do you feel pretty good, like if you were to play through Sunday, how you would be set up for next week if you were to go every game here?
Oh yeah. With the new format, this is the thing, if you finish in the top four, you're gonna, if you win three straight, you win the championship. And if you lose one, it's over. I mean, even a couple of teams that are playing today, Auburn being one, I think they're playing now. The two guys that finished, teams that finished in the top four, if they happen to win today, they get an off day tomorrow. Then they play Saturday, and if they win, they get to play for a championship. We're 3 days in a row, so it's fine. Just get a little more rest on the front end of it, but yeah, we're set up, and we don't feel like we're extending anybody or overdoing it. And it's almost like you have if you get to play three, you get an opportunity to play another weekend series in a way.
Thanks.
Hutch, back to you.
Dave, you kind of touched on this a little bit, but how much are you thinking ahead to next week's regional when planning out the pitching, the starters and how you use your bullpen? How much does that factor into your decisions this week?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're thinking about next weekend a lot. So, we're lining up our pitching where we can throw them Friday or Saturday. If they throw Friday or Saturday here, we could flip them. We could throw somebody else on Friday. We still, obviously we got to get through the weekend and we need to make sure everybody's healthy and feeling good. But if everything goes as planned, whether we win 3 games, 2 games, or we get out of here after tomorrow, we'll figure out who we're playing and then we'll make some decisions.
And the last thing I got for you, you mentioned last week that Deets, his velocity was down. Is that an injury concern, or is it more of that mental side where he needs to turn it loose kind of thing?
I think it's more the middle side. He went from throwing 97, 96, 97 to 93, 94, and it made a difference. It did. It really does. I mean, mid 90s is hard either way you look at it, but you get up 96, 97, that's big time. So if we have the right situation here, he'll definitely get the ball. And if it's next weekend, it'll be next weekend. He'll get it.
Matt, you got anything else? Hey, Coach, thanks for your time.
Okay. See you guys.